I'd like to talk about networking. One of the most common leadership competencies expected from leaders of today is their ability to network. Organizations are increasingly demanding that their leaders are connected to networks and can benefit from networks to get their work done. What does networking really mean? First, I must say what networking does not mean, at least from my personal experience. I am by preference introverted and I don't party. I don't spend my evenings meeting hundreds of people. And that is often the impression that is created in the minds of people that networking is about being so socially active and meeting hundreds of people and spending all your evenings doing that and so on. So that's not really, according to me, networking. To be effective in recognizing, investing, and nurturing networks is the way I would describe the competency, which means I need to recognize that networks already exist around us. And there are different kinds of networks that are existing, and that each participant in the network um, brings a certain value system and a certain intensity and a certain altruistic orientation into that network. I need to be aware of what is the context in which I am being asked to network. What is the kind of network player that I am expected to be? And what is the kind of network player that I would like to be? What comes to me naturally? What is required of me in the profession that I am in? While there are these variations, some fundamental values appear to be important for someone to be a sustainable network participant and player. First, there are people who are takers, and there are people who are givers, and there are people who give and take in networks. Obviously, I cannot survive in a network if I constantly keep taking and I don't give. I can't be someone who constantly reaches out to people whenever I need something, but I never pick up their calls. Whenever I don't connect with them, I'm not seen as someone who can be accessed when someone has a need. Of course, I don't also want to be someone who feels completely drained and exhausted and burnt out, constantly giving to others. At the same time, I don't want to spend all my energy just brokering things between people, be it information, be it acts of kindness, be it favors or whatever. So I need to have a sense of what style of networking and what nature of networking would be important for me given where I am in my profession and the nature of work I need to do. If someone is, let's say, a, a doctor, a doctor will need to network with people in allied medical professions, know who are the other people he can refer patients to, who are the other people he can or she can seek out help from. What are the sources of information? um, because doctors work in networks, chartered accountants work in networks, lawyers work in networks, bankers work in networks, HR professionals work in networks. So everyone works in a network. Now, I may need to also calibrate the intensity of how much I want to invest with different kinds of people in networks. Um, and finally, what part of this energizes me and what part of this drains me out. So, in summary, network is not about just being socially active. Network is not about whining and dining. Network is about making meaningful, genuine contributions to other people, because other people well-being and progress excites me, interests me, I care about it, and therefore I believe that I have earned the right to dip back into that network and seek help, not just for my benefit, but for the benefit of somebody else. When I do that, I become a very productive, responsible, uh, net giving participant and player in a network. Thank you.
Audio Jungle.